Okay, right. I'm going to go over here. So onto your mat or on the floor, and we're going to sit in hero position. So you're going to be sat in a kneeling position, okay? So just sit, toes. We're going to take the hands around behind, and we're just going to cross them and bring them back, okay? So I can turn to the side for this one. So we're just going to open out the chest, cross, and come back. Open out the chest, cross, and come back. So we'll just warm up the middle of the back. Also, it just means if there's a few late comers, which there are, I can open them up and let them in, okay? So just open and close, nothing too big. Make sure we're long through the spine. Let that person in. Okay, we'll just stretch out the neck whilst we're here. I'm just going to keep an eye for another moment, so in case some other people are late. So just bring the head across, so you're taking that ear down to the shoulder. Come back to the middle, take it off to the opposite side. We're just looking to open out and come up. So imagine someone's pulling through your spine, so you're nice and long. Just turn that chin. Come back through the middle. And bring the chin to the chest. So giving yourself a double chin. But just allow the shoulders to be nice and long and open, okay? So from here, don't arch the back. You're going to lift and lead with the chin. And you're going to go as high as you can, but the chest stays lifted, okay? So don't want you to go into this position. Want to make sure that the chin is lifted, but your chest stays open, and you'll feel it just at the front of the neck. And there we go. I knew there'd be another late person. Right, last time. And then, okay, turning that round again. Take the hands around behind, you're going to cradle those arms, okay? So all you're going to do is just cradle them here and just make sure that your shoulder blades are touching one another. So you're holding fingertips onto the elbows and just opening out the chest. So we're just going to hold that position there. So these are chest openers. Relax and make sure we just change sides so you have the other hand at the front, okay? So again, engage the shoulder blades. And you're cradling your elbows, okay? And release. So bring the hands out to the side, bring them back in together, and you're going to go into prayer hands and squeeze the shoulder blades together, and your prayer hands, they're pointing down towards your toes, elbows are bent, and your chin is lifted, okay? Now here you're going to do your prayer hands into your back, so keeping together, keeping the chest open, trying to keep those palms together. And if we can, we're going to take the prayer hands into the middle of the back, as high up as we can, keeping the elbows close, opening out, and you'll feel the stretch into the front of the shoulder. And then release them down again, okay? So just shake out the fingertips. Okay, from here, we're going to take the hands just to clasp the back of the head. Nice and long through the spine. We're going to close, moving the shoulders, and then open. So my head isn't moving, it's just the shoulder blades moving. So squeezing in and opening out. Shoulder blade moves across and back. Closing the elbows together, opening them back up again. Close the elbows and open. Let's do one more. Slide and back, and then allow the hands to come down. So from here, I'm just going to turn to the side slightly just so that I can see. So from here, we're going to press the hand up. Imagine somebody is pulling on the fingertip. And all you're going to do is just press and down. You're going to slide the shoulder blade. So this movement here in the upper back, you're sliding the shoulder and down. Press and down. So you're going right away from the hip, all the way to the fingertip. Let's do 2 more. Long arm, keeping it close to the ear. Last one. Press and down. So the other side, nice and tall, and then you're going to push through. And it's a very small movement. It's almost like a shoulder shrug, but you're up, and so you're stretching all the way through. We're looking for that mobility and that stretch almost into the lats, which run down the side of the back as well. 1 more and down. Okay, bring the hands out so they are shoulder height, okay? Nice and long through the spine, your chin's lifted. And we're going to do our shoulder taps. So where we go across, we're going to try and tap them together, bring them back out. Trying to keep my head up, but keeping the elbows high. So we come back to this shoulder height position. Across, so one side I'm a little bit more flexible than the other. Trying to touch the hands together, shoulder height. So working on that shoulder mobility, but also a little bit on the shoulder strength as well. Good posture. Across and back. So this is a nice warm-up one, pull side when we get ready. Last one. And back, and then just float the arms back down again. Hands onto the hips, and what we're going to do, we're going to close and open the back. So this is called a wing. So we've got our wings at the side. We're going to close round the back and open, but we're bringing the shoulders. If you look, my shoulders are sliding, opening, and then squeezing back together again. So we're sliding open, squeezing back together. We're just using our body weight, moving. Again, these are small movements, but they're very important, okay? Lifting the chest each time, and make sure the neck is relaxed and it's nice and long. So close and open. 1 more. Close and open, and then allow them to come down. Take the hands up into a prayer position. You can flip the thumbs around if you want to hold it together. My hands, my arms are pressing onto my ears, and I'm going to look to keep my elbows high. I drop my fingertips to the base of my neck, and then I come back up again, okay? So elbows stay high, so we're opening, working that shoulder, working the upper back, working the tricep, okay, which is an important muscle, supports the shoulder. Elbows stay in place. It's just the forearm that's working. Elbows. 2 more. Last one. And then float the arms back down again. Okay, just roll the shoulders forwards and roll them backwards. So opening and then squeezing the shoulder blades together. Round the back and then nice and tall. 2 more. And 1 more. Okay, so take the arms around. I need to just turn, otherwise I'm going to hit the wall. We're going to take the hands behind and we're going to work on opening out the chest. So just fingertips holding together. We're going to take our forehead down towards our knees and we're going to lift up the shoulders and we're going to take it as high as we feel comfortable, okay? Just hold that position there. You should feel some tension in the arms, in the shoulder blades. And just hold the position there, forehead all the way down to the floor. I'm just looking to hold that position here. And slowly bring the arms down and come back up to sitting. We're going to repeat that again, and we're going to see if we can just open out the shoulders a little bit more. So you're going to try and keep the arms nice and long. You can interlink your fingers or however you feel comfortable, but just hang on to your hands together. So we're going to take the head forward, forehead down to the mat, lifting up those arms. And try and get them up as high as you can. Opening out the chest, but squeezing those shoulder blades together, getting some movement and stretch at the front of the shoulder. Bring the arms down and then slowly come back up to sitting. Okay, so we should feel a little bit more movement through here, okay? So all I want to do is just go now onto our side stretches, okay? So pressing the hand up again, so we've done in terms of really looking to extend through, hand at the side. We're going to lean over and across. So we've got that long stretch, but we're also stretching down into the hip as well. Turn the palm away. We're going to lift up nice and high again. Opposite side. And come down. So this time I want you to, when we press up, we are going to go into the hip area as well. So we are going to lift up to here, and then we're going to lean across. So we're lifting up. So this hip area is being brought into the move, okay? And down. So we're going to push up, and then lean. And down. Excellent job. Okay, so I'm going to bring both hands up into a streamlined position, and we're just going to lean over to one side. So decided not to use the band this week, just so that in case you forget it, you've got some options in terms of thinking about how you can stretch out the shoulder, upper back if you don't have a band. And float those arms back down again. Okay, just going to turn to the side. So a really good one for shoulders, upper back is that child's pose. So slide the hands out forwards, forehead down all the way to the floor, and just allow the arms to be as long as you can, making sure that your hips stay down. Just hold position here. Coming back up again. Now to bring the front of the shoulder in and still in a child's pose position, you're going to slide one arm and you're going to press one through and you're going to head towards the floor. So you're stretching the shoulder, using your body weight to press on the arm that's sliding through the middle. And again, just holding that position. And then coming back up again, changing sides. So this hand palm to ceiling, and then you're sliding through and you're using your body weight to go on top. And back up. Okay, into our 4-point position. So just make sure that your hips are over your knees and your shoulders are over your wrists, okay? So cat-cow, really, really good one through the upper back into the shoulder. Drop the head down into that cat position. Pull the belly button up and just allow the shoulders to open. And then running all the way through into cow. So allow those hips to push up your bum and you have that arch in the back. So coming back up into neutral position, we're going to slide the arms forwards onto our forearms, and then we're going to slide into puppy. So my bum stays up and I'm pressing my chest towards the ground, but my bottom stays above my knees, okay? So forehead down, and you're looking to feel this, and you should feel the stretch in the upper back into the shoulders, okay? So this is our puppy stretch, reaching the arms out as long as we can. So again, this is a great one, especially if you've been sat down all day, or a little bit tight from a workout or swimming. Really nice one just to stretch that upper back into the shoulder blades, into the arms. And you're going to weight forward, slide the arms back in again, and come back into your 4-point position. Okay, so we're going to go from here, I'm going to tuck, and we're going to press up into a downward dog. Now this helps with our shoulder mobility, but we're looking to focus on the core as well as the shoulders. So we're going to press those hips up nice and high onto the balls of our feet. So make sure the weight's evenly placed through the hands and hips are nice and high, okay? You're just going to look to hold this position here, and then we're going to go through into a full plank. So what that does is you're working through the shoulder, and then you're pressing it back up again. So this is an active movement, okay? So through, working the shoulders, and then the hips. We're going to do 2 more. So you'll know these as well as a yoga press or a plank press. So working that shoulder strength and mobility. And then stay up this time. So another one to work on is our dolphin. We've done this one before, so we're going to stay hips up nice and high, and we're going to bring elbow down, elbow down. You're going to hold in that position, flat head, and that's working more on your shoulder strength, okay? So hips nice and high, onto the elbows, onto the forearm. Then you're going to push up and up, okay? And then bring the knees back down again and sit back, okay? So what we did there, so we went from puppy, downward dog, into a dolphin, okay? So looking again on the shoulders, we're gonna work through those ones again. So we're gonna go from puppy to downward dog into our dolphin, all right? So 4-point position. We're gonna walk down onto the forearms, slide through into puppy. So hold that position, hips up nice and high. Slide the elbows back, and then come to our 4-point again. So from here, tuck the toes, and we're going to press up into our downward facing dog. Hips nice and high from here. Then we're just going to do the shoulder mobility. So we're going to go down into our plank position, and we're going to press up nice and high. And again, down into that plank position, and press up nice and high. Now from here, if you're comfortable, you're going to allow both elbows down at the same time into that dolphin position. Hold that position there. Make sure the head is off the ground, hips are nice and high, working on that shoulder strength. And then pressing back up into our downward dog. Bring the knees down and sit back up. Excellent job. Okay, I'm going to turn to the front. So we're going to work on opening out the chest. So we're going to work on the camel. We're going to work on baby camel to begin with, and then into full camel. Now, some people don't like this because of how it feels through their waist and also through their shoulders, okay? So what we're going to do in baby camel, all we're going to do is bring the hand back, and you're just going to lean and just open out the chest. Then you're going to bring the other one and just squeeze and lift the chest together. Not moving the hips at the moment, okay? And then release. So one hand at the side, just holding onto the toes or the foot. We're just going to lift up so that you've got one side. This hand's free. You've just got one hand. So we're looking to open out the chest and then just come back down again. Opposite side, so I'll go to the front. Just place the hand on the foot. This hand is just loose. So you're turning more into this, so you're not giving yourself too much stress. And you're just going to press through the hips. And you're just leaning over to one side. So we're opening out the chest and the shoulder. Come back down again. Let's change sides again. So just keeping moving through, okay? So baby camel. So the hips add to the stretch as well, but you're looking for that shoulder. Coming back down again. Let's change sides. Press up. And come down. Now, if you're comfortable, you're going to take both arms around the side. And what you're going to look to do is you push from the hip first of all, and then you open out the chest, okay? Push the hips up as far as you feel comfortable. Some people, they find this, they get worried about this move, okay? So if you don't like it, just do the half, you know, the baby camel, okay? So looking to have your hands on your feet, and then you're pressing up and extending the shoulders, okay? So my hips are pressing upwards, and then I can just sit back down again, okay? So I'm not fiddling around. My hips are allowing the chest to open, okay? So you'll feel it into the hip flexor, but also through. And then we're going to look to just hold that position, okay? So find where you feel comfortable. We're going to lean back and then press the hips. Now some of you might want to allow the head to drop back, or some of you will want the head looking forward. It's up to you. Hold the position, keep the hips open, keep the chest lifted, and lower back down again, okay? So that is shoulder, chest, and also into the hip area, okay? From here, we're going to go backwards. We're going to slide down onto the floor, okay? So looking at our baby cobra, or looking at cobra, make sure the hands are underneath the shoulders. And we're going to just press our hips into the ground and just lift up that lower back. And then we're just going to lower back down again. Head is neutral. Press up. We're just going to look to keep this one moving so that we work the lower back and also the shoulders. 2 more. Last one. And hold it there. So I'm just going to turn my head to the side, and I'm going to bring my hands down onto the floor. So we're going to work on our lotus. So we're going to do a half lotus, and then we're going to do a full lotus. Half lotus is when we're just going to lift the upper body. So I'm going to take my head so it's in a nice neutral position, and I'm going to squeeze my shoulder blades together, and I'm going to put my hands just below my backside. And I'm just going to squeeze the shoulder blades together and lift my chest off the floor. Make sure I stay breathing, but make sure those shoulder blades are squeezed together, holding the position. And then very slowly lower it back down again, okay? So let's repeat that one again. So spine is neutral, squeeze the shoulder blades together, and then lift up. My eyes are looking down and forward, and I'm squeezing and opening the chest. And lower it down. Okay, so this time, just going to put my hands onto the ground. This time, we're going to lift those heels. So essentially, it's my hips, because my knees will come off the floor as well, okay? So working on opening out the shoulders, but also working on the lower back. So squeeze the shoulder blades together, hands below the bum, and I'm going to squeeze up and lift. Strong as I can. Toes are pointed. My shoulder blades are squeezed together. And I'm lowering back down again. Do that one more time. So again, if you watch, shoulder blades squeeze together. My chest comes off the floor and my hips come, holding that position. Working on that shoulder strength. And lowering that back down again. Place the hands below. We're going to push up into an upward facing dog. So just straighten the arms and my hips come off the ground. Just allow them to sit here, toes are pointed. Then we're just going to press back into child's pose. So we just go all the way through the shoulder into the lower back, forehead onto the mat. All the way back through again into that upward facing dog. And we're going to slowly lower back down to the ground, okay? So we're going to do a work on the bow. So this does work on the quads and it also works on the shoulders. What I want you to do here is just relax the hands down and you're going to bring your heels to your bum. Then from here, you're going to reach round and you're just going to hold on to your heels. Allow the head to sink to the ground and you're just looking to keep your knees on the ground at the moment and just pull your heels into your bum. So this is a really nice stretch. It does stretch the shoulders, but it really stretches the quads, okay? So you can also have your head facing downwards. It's wherever you feel comfortable, okay? Just holding that position there and allowing you to get used to the stretch so you're not putting too much pressure on the lower back. And then just allow the legs to go back and allow the hands to go down, okay? Just holding in that position there. So this is a really nice comfy position as well. Body's in neutral, so everything is just relaxed. So again, you're going to bring your heels into your bum. Heels come into your bum, reach the hands behind, and then pull in. Now, what you're looking to do from here is use your arms and also press the hips into the ground. So we're lifting the head up and we're opening out the chest and we're creating I don't know why it's called bow. We're creating, some people call it skydiver. So make sure the head's facing down. So you're lifting up, you're squeezing your shoulder blades together and you're just going to lift up and you're going to press. So you open out the chest, hips into the floor and just hold that position. Allow the knees to go down and then slowly and relax. So we're going to do that one more time, okay? So it's important that we squeeze the shoulder blades together and we look to press the hip bones into the ground, okay? So we're not jerking up, we're using our core strength to get us into the position. So heels to bum from here. Now you can engage the shoulders so you're lifting that chest, okay? My head is in a neutral position and from here, I'm going to slowly come up. I'm not forcing my way and I'm pulling back and creating kind of a counterbalance. So you'll feel this in the lower back as well. Slowly lower it back down. From here, we're going to press back into that child's pose, nice and long. Stretching out the back. Slide the hands over to one side and press. You're going to look underneath the armpit. Sliding back the other way. Back to the middle. And come up. Okay, so we're going to finish off. I've got so many more to do, but I always run out of time, so we'll try and add a few more in. So from here, I'm going to just cross my leg and I'm going to take the other one round. So we're going to sit and try and get those knees on top of each other. So we are stretching out the hips as well. We're going to work on that eagle. So cross the hands and open out the shoulders. So you've got yourself tangled up. So you're working on hip, but also on shoulders. And lower it back down again, untangle, change those legs over, okay? So slide one under, and you're looking to get that knee on top of the other one. So I'm a bit more flexible on this side. Hands out, make sure we're doing the opposite way. So twist around, and then press those elbows up. Lower it back back down and tangle yourself. Okay, from here, just into that easy pose, just open out the hips, nice and tall through there. Take a nice deep breath in and out. In and out. Okay, looking to be nice and tall through here. We're going to reach both hands up. So stretching through the shoulders, through the upper back. And you're looking always to get length, okay? And then just bring the hands down behind you, okay? One hand up to the side, just leaning across. And then press back. Reach the hand up, lean across, and back. Big hug as if you're hugging a beach ball or a tree. Allow those shoulder blades to just press apart. Bring that core in nice and tight. And then palms up to the ceiling. Nice and tall. Allow the hands to float down. Big breath in. Lift the hands. And then hands to heart. And we're finished for this morning, guys. Well done. Okay, so hopefully shoulders should feel good. It was very much kind of a seated one, but it was all about the shoulders today. Tonight we've got live at 5. So we're going to have a leg focus because we did a lot on shoulders this morning. We're going to have a leg focus tonight. So that invite will come out a bit later. Have a great Wednesday, guys, and I'll hopefully see you later.